See if I can get away with a little work video here. Have a mini split unit. It is getting replaced with a full-size split system. It was cooling just one room before the tenant wanted after-hours cooling on, and now they want 24/7 cooling in roughly half their space. They want certain rooms cooled 24/7 for they have some servers and some other equipment running. So obviously this little mini split's not going to cut it because it's only 12,000 BTU. Might even be 10 less, you know. So we'll be installing cooling only. I believe this one's a heat pump. I don't know why, but so it'll be a full-size split system, trane unit, cooling only. I was hoping that I should have known better. It's 3/8 too small for a suction, but it is a 1/2 inch. So our new unit is calling for 3/8 and 3/4 line set. So yeah, we gotta break through this little pitch pocket here, and yeah, so to cut that out, and then we're gonna run. It goes down 2 floors, so we're gonna run hard pipe, both the liquid and the suction line. It's gonna be hard pipe, so it's a little easier to get it to go straight down. Then obviously we only have insulation on the 3/4 on the suction line. Yeah, we'll see that the control cable for the air handler here is just exposed. That's supposed to be in conduit. So our thermostat wire will be in liquid tight like this, and then the power wire is going to be, this is the non-metallic stuff, so we'll put the control wire in there, and then the power wire will be running in the metallic liquid tight, and then actually, excuse me, we'll leave this in place because this is good enough for the control wire, and I'm going to run a piece of 1/2 inch EMT straight up here with a rain tight connector, of course, and I'm going to find a way to probably mount my disconnect off of this conduit here. That's going to be how I'm going to do it. Bet you that's misuse of the raceway, but I bet you no one's checking either. Okay, unit has been removed, ready to go off the roof. And all the line set and everything is removed also. This stuff is tough stuff. It's about 1 mile thick too. So just went after it with the jab saw and eventually got through there. So yeah, we'll be putting the new condenser pretty much in the same place, and yeah, should be good to go. I did take out that old liquid tight because it was kind of sunburned. Wasn't that big a deal though. I mean, it all just came out in one clean swoop. So put a new piece of liquid tight in there for the control wire, and then set a piece of EMT for the disconnect. Okay, after getting everything demoed down to the 2nd floor, this is the 3rd floor again. There's our that empty hole there is where the line set was going up, and where the new one will be going up still. This 2-inch conduit. So then we have attached. This was 120 before. I went into the breaker panel, and there was they were using a double pole breaker for the split system anyways. I guess it was just reusing an old breaker. They only had one leg, so went ahead and tapped that onto 208. So now we have 208 for our condensing unit, and then the existing water source heat pump is being removed. That's the part I forgot to explain earlier. Water source unit is going to get removed, and the split system air handler is going to be hung in the exact same place, so we can use the disconnect that's already disconnected wire and breaker that's already to there. So this is coming along pretty nicely. it's down here on the second floor. Got the line set pulled all the way down here now, the old one, and that's where it enters into the suite. So, this is our power cable, which fortunately is sufficient for our new condenser. So that'll transfer to EMT up in the electric room above us. And yeah, that's the entry to the suite. So our new line set is going to come straight through here, hard pipe. Maybe get a suction line P-trap on there. Probably turn it. Probably put a street elbow in the P-trap and straight up. And then the 2-wire control wire is going to come through there too. Alright, so we have the new line set starting to go in here. Our 2-wire condenser control. We got our newly 208'd power. We're going to mount an electrical box near that penetration in the ceiling. I'm going to run a piece of 1/2-inch EMT out of the back of the box up through the roof, and we're going to tie this into the side of the box. And yeah, I'm about to go get a stick of 3/8, stick of 3/4, a couple couplings. Go set up the nitrogen purge on the roof and braze those up, and then so we can pull up. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't even know if we need another stick or not. I'm not sure how that's looking downstairs. So. Channel. Yep. So here we have the line set stubbed up to the roof. Next thing to do will be set the condenser and the air handler and complete the line set. But I'd say this is the hard part done. Okay, we now have power going up to the roof, thermostat wire going up to the roof. Need to bundle this all together and take a little slack out of this control cable here, but I decided to forego the box, and because you don't need to be, this MC is long enough, the wiring is long enough anyways, so saved myself a little bit of work and just did a little transfer coupling there. And the yeah, that's all that's sticking out of the disconnect on the roof, which is also mounted, which I will show you in a minute. Okay. Got it taped over up there. I think it'll look pretty nice. Maybe zip tie. Okay, here we are, all tightened and taped up. Looking good. I don't know what all this mess is down here. It's not mine now. Okay, we got the disconnect installed. A slight change of plans there. I just get the disconnect on this side of the conduit. Just put a little piece of flex there. The same kind of transfer coupling as I did downstairs, except going from the EMT, obviously compression fitting to liquid tight. And the wires in here already. Hard to get up in one hand, I guess. Missing a little lug on my ground terminal, but it's fine. We'll both of them together, so. Alright. Yeah, now it's time to set the condenser. Not doing that today, but gonna be lifting it up here next couple of days. I got the control wire in the conduit here, non-metallic. Plenty of wire up there, so should be looking good. Okay, we finally got our condenser unit up here, and we are ready to hook it up here. Simple, just 2-wire connection, which we have here. Our control conduit. This is a whip I already had made up, so we're gonna shorten the electrical whip considerably. We'll put this little roof block here, a little strut clamp on it to just to offer some support to the pipes there, so if someone walks over it and kicks them, it won't bend them or anything. Doesn't really need it, this one doesn't have it, but I want to do it nicer than that. So yeah, and then we'll get our section line P-trap, inverted trap up here. One small issue is the this I can't really, this conduit's pretty tightly packed. The conduit we got going up to the roof, it's got the line set in it. I can't really rotate. I'd like it, ideally the 3/8 it would come up on the other side here, so I could just make a straight shot over. But I will have to, somehow jump over the suction, cross over the suction line there to hook up the liquid line. But no big deal. Unfortunately, the filter dryer is inside this Goodman unit here. Let's see, let me get the information on that, by the way. 2-ton, 25,000 BTU looks like. Straight cool. So yeah, we're hooking up here shortly. Okay, the condenser is installed. Line set, electrical controls all hooked up. Our armor flex on. Got our suction line inverted P-trap there. Our liquid line. Bolted up to one of these Durablocks. Just nice for rooftops. So we don't quite have access to get into the suite to do the air handler end yet, but this part's done. And be coming back later today to finish up the air handler, pull a vacuum, release the charge, and maybe add a little bit. It's kind of a long line set, so there's the finished product, what it looks like. Here's the air handler. It came with a natural gas furnace, which actually specifically asked for it to be cooling only, but I guess this might have been my only option on short notice. There's Goodman indoor air unit as well. This is the condenser. Model number. Made in good old Houston, Texas. Blower and blower board there. Simple stuff. So anyways, I'm gonna pull all this stuff out of here if that seems reasonable. And here's the coil with the TXV installed. And we got all the furnace bits out of there. Oh, well, a loose piece of something. Anyways, we in addition to removing the furnace components, we actually just went ahead and trimmed the whole cabinet down because our coil's kind of tall and our seating space is kind of limited. So, and that takes out just a hollow, flexible area in the air handler too. So, it's about the smallest little Goodman unit you'll ever see. Yeah. Alright, we got our nice little custom unit fixed up. Plate over there, just kind of trim it out. Seal it all the way around. Ready to install it now. So here's the air handler, the mini split that we demoed out on the roof. We've got the line set right here. Having a little trouble getting it off the wall, so it's pretty stiffly on there. Anyway, so that's got to come out somehow. Then we'll pull the line set through, and then this is the water source unit that's coming out. It's only a couple years old, but they condensate P-trap there. And then yeah, that's gonna be coming out, and we'll put it in storage because it is only a couple years old and works fine, and I'll save some of the parts off of it maybe also. We have the liquid line installed to the air handler room there, so I just put a swage on the soft copper here that we rolled into there, and that's our hard copper going up to the roof. There's a little insulation for me to pull down from there for the 3/4, so I can match up with the next piece. We're going to put our suction line P-trap right here with an elbow pointing it in that way, and that will be our and then we'll run the 3/4 into the air handler room, and that'll be our line set, and we'll put that under a test once we get the air handler up. Yeah, got everything ready to brace up. Just got maybe 4 feet of pipe sticking into the suite that way. And it's just that easy. It was a pretty tight fit with all the, especially if there's a flow switch on there. But there it is. And we'll slide it out onto the lift table and put our new air handler up on the table and make a few preparations. Alright, wait, you're on the liquid line there a little bit.
Yeah, I see that.
Alright, and then we want to turn it about 45 degrees this way. We're good right there, just stop.
Yeah, we're gonna hook up on this tube.
Oh, that's right.
It'd be really nice if we could rotate it.
Yeah, let me just get the ladder real quick. So we got the Genie lift, ready to take the water source unit out of the ceiling. Fortunately, it was installed sensibly, so it doesn't need to be too much trouble. And here's our unit all ready to go up in the ceiling. Got a filter rack on there, which we actually just took off the water source unit. It's going to take a 14 by 25 now. I was really pleased with how this came together. We just notched the top of the cabinet. We cut it just above the metal rivets. There's kind of where it's double plated there. When we cut the furnace part out, and then we left about just this part that's taped right here was left, but then it was the coils this exact same size, so we had to notch this and then bend all of these back a little bit and set the coil on there, and it fit really nice. And we hammered it back flat and then put some screws in it and then sealed it off with the mastic tape, and I think it turned out pretty nice actually. So we got the filter rack on there. Obviously the water source unit's out of the way. We have to. It's gonna be a really tight fit with this. I think we're gonna have to move that plenum over a little bit. We brought a little one of those turnable elbows. It can either be used as like a straight coupler or a 90-degree elbow or anything in between, which is nice. And we got some more 12-inch flex duct, so we may have to move this plenum over, shift it, because it can't really move too much from where it is right there, and we're going to need to center this a little more, I think. So these condenser water lines are going to stay here. Unfortunately, I'd like to pull them out of the way, but that's not approved, so can't do that. We will of course be reusing the condensate drain and that P-trap. I installed the water source unit, by the way, which is why everything's all made it easy on myself, because I knew I'd be servicing it, and I didn't think I'd be replacing it so soon, or removing it so soon, but there it is. So we'll reuse that nice P-trap and stuff. We'll just cut it past the vent tee there, and I'll see this unit's going to be sitting in the ceiling this way, I believe. No, other way. Obviously, supply. Put that blower board in there. I actually may replace that with just a standalone relay. I don't really need that control board in there, and it might not work since I removed the furnace components. I'm not sure. I didn't really look at what inputs the board's looking for yet. So and it's gonna be in the ceiling like this. So I have to cross our refrigerant lines we'll go up under it and up into there. And yeah, that plenum's going to definitely have to extend over. And the return will be over here. This can be tight fit. And then attach the drain right here where the rag is. I got my union half on there already. I hooked the condenser water hose back into itself, so not gonna turn it back on or anything, but it's just there, so I'm not leaving an open valve. If some idiot bumps it, like, oh geez, oh man, oh gee whiz, won't be so bad. I'd rather have them out of here and capped off, but this is the best we can do with what we have. So this is the supply plenum. We had to cut it back in order to get it to fit. And, so we've cut it back as far as we can, which is to the top of this duct collar here. And now we're going to make our new flanges on there. Just bend it down for the size, and we're going to leave ourselves a nice wide, this little skinny flange on there, so we'll give ourselves a little more room to screw to. So we got our plenum cut down. Shorter size here, and we got some fresh duct sealing on there. I'm gonna let that. We're gonna set it up in the ceiling, let it dry, and we're going to hang the unit. We got a couple unit struts tied in the ceiling beams up there. So we got our trapeze hangers ready to go down here. Okay, there's everything ready to go. Plenum was had to be shortened again. I don't think I showed you that, but it's shorter. So this will all fit now, just barely. The pipes are fit up, and we're ready to braze and then put insulation on. I'm sure that's against some kind of safety violation, but that's where I gotta be. Alright, that should be the hardest part of the brazing done. Still have the joints that are inside the suite there, but these are the tough ones to get to. So. Nitrogen test was a go. Held 200 psi for at least a good hour. And now we're evacuating it. We're going to go do the condensate and hook up the electrical to the air handler. We got to get a strut clamp on that control thing still. We're looking pretty close done. Still have to attach the plenum too. So next thing you'll see is the air handler down. Everything's finally installed. Been a long day. Alright, local time is 1:41 a.m. and the unit is done and running, and we're gonna go drink some beer now. Running quite nicely, 12 degrees superheat. Got a nice supply temperature down there in the lab, and yeah, unit's running nice and quiet. Head pressure kind of low because it's cool outside, but that's all right. Oh yeah.